Have you ever noticed yourself looking at the clock at the exact same time each day, or perhaps the same number keeps appearing on license plates, receipts, or even in your dreams? Most people dismiss it as coincidence, but if you're here, you probably sense there's something more, something calling to be understood. Yes, we're talking about simple numbers, but in truth, these numbers could hold the key to transforming your financial path. Not for everyone, but for those who learn to align their energy with the right frequency in daily life. For centuries, Buddhist teachings have reminded us that energy flows where awareness goes. The universe doesn't shout, it doesn't send dramatic messages, it whispers, it speaks in patterns, symbols, and gentle nudges. And right now, those nudges are becoming clearer than ever. Around the world, people are experiencing unexpected blessings, surprise financial windfalls, career breakthroughs, vivid dreams full of symbolism, and chance meetings that feel divinely timed. These aren't accidents, they're invitations, alignments, wake-up calls, and numbers. They're among the most powerful signs of all. Far more than just tools for calculation, numbers carry energy, frequency, and ancient meaning. For centuries, rooted in the wisdom of numerology and astrology, numbers have guided monks, emperors, and visionaries alike, and even modern-day entrepreneurs. Numbers are the universal language of energy, and right now, they're speaking louder than ever to those who are ready to listen. So stay with me until the end of this video, because I'll be sharing a rare, powerful number, a divine frequency amplifier that can supercharge your manifestation energy and awaken the law of attraction in ways most people never tap into. But understand this number only resonates with those who are conscious, grounded, and truly open to receiving. So don't scroll away, pause, breathe, align your energy. If this speaks to you, hit the like button, subscribe to Buddhist Flute, and anchor this intention in the comments below. I am connected to the signs. I trust the path to abundance. Your energetic shift begins now. Let's dive in. Number 22, the energy of steady creation. Have you ever felt that quiet moment when thinking alone just isn't enough? When something inside you calmly whispers, it's time. Not with urgency, not with chaos, but with clarity, focus, and calm conviction. That's the essence of number. It doesn't shout for attention, it builds in silence. In spiritual numerology, 22 is called the master architect. While some numbers bring bursts of emotion or creative sparks, 22 rolls up its sleeves and says, let's build something that lasts. This isn't about dreaming anymore, it's about doing. And June 2025 is resonating deeply with this energy. The universe isn't asking you to wait for perfect timing. This is your cosmic green light to take aligned action, one intentional step at a time. The magic of 22 lies in its discipline. It doesn't rush or leap. It guides you to lay one stone, then another, until a solid path appears beneath your feet. Whether you're launching a new project, improving your health, nurturing a relationship, or simply bringing more structure into your daily life, 22 empowers you to stay committed, to remain consistent, to keep going, even when your progress is silent, and no one else can see it yet. From a Buddhist perspective, this number beautifully embodies the principle of right effort, a core teaching in the Noble Eightfold Path. Right effort isn't about force, it's about presence, intention, and mindful, purposeful action, carried out with clarity and heart. It's about showing up each day with intention, knowing that what you're building is meant to last, not just through fleeting emotions or passing trends. And something powerful begins to happen when you ground yourself in this energy. People start to notice, not your words, but your presence, your consistency, your quiet focus, the way you lead without ever needing to control. That's the beauty of 22. It empowers you to lead by example, rooted in both compassion and discipline. And when your work begins to serve something larger than yourself, when it becomes a contribution to the greater good, that's when the energy of 22 becomes truly transformative. So if your dreams have lived only in your mind, scribbled in journals or hidden beneath layers of procrastination, this is your moment. June 2025 won't push you, but it will support you if you choose to move, not with leaps, but with steady, intentional steps. This isn't about instant results or chasing shiny success. It's about building a foundation so solid that your future can rest on it, no matter what storms may come. So take that first step, even if it's small, even if you're uncertain, do it with purpose, and trust the universe is beside you, walking with you, brick by brick, breath by breath. Now let's shift to a number that doesn't chase attention, yet always draws it from those paying close enough attention. The number 11 doesn't shout, it resonates, a soft hum beneath the noise of life. Gentle, steady, unmistakable for those who are still enough to feel it. At a glance, it's just two ones side by side. But spiritually, 11 is so much more. It's a bridge, a mirror, a tuning fork of divine energy, vibrating at a higher frequency, one deeply connected to intuition, enlightenment, and your inner voice. And in this potent month of June 2025, the energy surrounding 11 is more alive than ever. Not through dramatic events, but through subtle awakenings, quiet insights, moments of deep clarity that arrive in stillness. As the teachings of Buddhism remind us, the most profound truths don't come through noise or chaos. They emerge in silence, in the space between thoughts, in the soft voice within that knows, even when nothing is certain, but in stillness, and the number 11 carries that same sacred stillness within it. Known as a master number, 11 is more than just a guide, it's an awakener. It doesn't change your outer world, it sharpens your ability to see it clearly. It opens a doorway to deeper awareness, inviting you to tune into what's always been there, just beneath the surface. You may begin to notice subtle shifts, catching 1:11 on the clock without trying, thinking of someone moments before they reach out, feeling an undeniable pull towards something that defies logic, but feels absolutely right. These aren't coincidences, they're spiritual whispers, messages from a higher rhythm that your soul is beginning to align with. Right now, 11 is calling you to trust that rhythm, to lean into your intuition rather than overthinking, to follow the creative spark, the inspired thought, the quiet inner nudge, even if no one else sees it yet. This is your inner guidance system, leveling up, the voice that doesn't speak loudly, but knows, and this month, that voice is growing stronger. 11 also represents a deepening connection with your higher self, the part of you that sees through fear, doubt, and momentary confusion. You may feel more emotionally open, more attuned to energies around you, more receptive to subtle signs. That's not distraction, that's alignment. That's your soul adjusting to a new frequency. So this month, take time to pause and listen. Pay attention to repeating numbers, symbolic dreams, or seemingly random comments that arrive at just the right moment. 11 doesn't force, it invites, it offers a gentle doorway, one you can walk through when you are ready. And if you keep seeing the same number, the same idea, the same message, listen, that's the universe handing you a roadmap. You don't need to figure it all out, just have the courage to follow. If you feel spiritually supported by the energy of this channel, consider giving back by tapping the thanks button below. Even a heartfelt contribution, like $50, isn't just support, it's a ripple in the stream of spiritual generosity. And as Buddhist wisdom teaches, when we give from the heart, the blessings return in ways we never expect. Let's take a quiet breath together. Now, bring your awareness to a number that might seem ordinary at first glance, but carries a depth that often goes unnoticed. Number 10. In everyday life, 10 is everywhere. 10 fingers, 10 toes, a 10 out of 10, a symbol of completion, of something done perfectly. But through a deeper, more mindful lens, especially through Buddhist philosophy, 10 isn't a finish line, it's a spiritual checkpoint, a bridge between who you were and who you're becoming. As we step into June 2025, the energy of this number begins to echo, not in dramatic events, but in stillness. You may not see it clearly, but you'll feel it, a subtle sense that something within you is shifting, that one chapter is gently closing and another is quietly preparing to unfold, not just in terms of career or finances, but in clarity, presence, and purpose. Pause and reflect on your recent journey. Have you been healing quietly, showing up for yourself when no one was watching, staying committed even without applause or external proof? That quiet effort, that emotional strength, that unseen persistence, it matters, and the universe has been listening. Through the vibration of 10, the message becomes unmistakable. You didn't go through all of this for nothing. You're ready. In Buddhism, life is seen as a wheel, a continuous cycle of lessons, growth, loss, and renewal. 10 marks the close of one full turn on that wheel. But don't see it as an end, it's the exhale before a new breath. The moment before sunrise, the silence just before the breakthrough. Everything you've endured, the doubts, the setbacks, the sacrifices, has shaped a more grounded, awakened version of you. One that no longer waits for the perfect moment, but becomes it. That's the quiet power of 10. A completion, yes, but also a beginning. A sacred pause before everything shifts. It doesn't force, it doesn't rush. It gently invites opening a quiet space for reflection and realignment. It's that sacred moment when you realize you've outgrown the older version of yourself, and for the first time, it feels safe to step fully into the new one. Number 10 doesn't call for dramatic action. It simply asks you to be present, to notice the shift, to walk forward, not with urgency, but with intention. As the Buddha once said, with our thoughts, we make the world. And the energy of 10 reminds us the world is changing, and you are part of that change. Every ending you've endured, it was training. Every delay, preparation. Every no, a redirection toward a deeper, more aligned yes. So ask yourself, from a place of inner stillness, what chapter is gently closing in my life? What opportunity am I now ready to embrace with no more delay? Because when you align with the spirit of 10, you stop chasing abundance and begin to walk with it, step by step, in harmony. There are moments in life that feel like a pause, like you're living the same day on repeat, same thoughts, same emotions, same surroundings. You wake up and wonder, is this all there is? But then without warning, something stirs, a subtle nudge, a quiet inner push from the universe. And just like that, the stillness begins to shift. In the sacred cycles of energy, June 2025 carries the essence of number 5, a number deeply honored in Buddhist tradition for its connection to movement, transformation, and awakening. Think of 5 as a breeze drifting through a room that's been closed for too long. You didn't realize how stagnant the air had become until something moved. That's what the number 5 brings. Motion, momentum, a spark of life that breaks through the fog of repetition and brings you back into flow. You may begin to notice small but meaningful changes, plans shifting, doors opening, new possibilities revealing themselves where none seemed to exist. Where there once were walls, now you may find doorways, unexpected opportunities that ask you to move, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You might feel emotions rising without warning, a sudden craving to explore something completely unfamiliar. These aren't distractions, they're divine redirections, because the energy of number 5 doesn't just call for outer change, it invites an inner shift. That could mean exploring a new part of your city, reading something that sparks unexpected clarity, or finally looking at your habits with fresh, honest eyes. 5 is about rediscovering what makes you feel alive again. Yes, it might be a little messy, things may feel unpredictable, but in the dance of uncertainty, real transformation begins. Like waves shaping the shore, your life starts to shift, not because you forced it, but because you finally allowed it. So as June unfolds, let the number 5 lead you, let it guide you into unfamiliar territory, not to get lost, but to finally be found. Let it show you that the unknown is not a threat, but an invitation. And if this message speaks to your heart, if you feel this quiet awakening stirring within, consider supporting this movement of energy and insight. You can click the thanks button below and contribute to the continued growth of Buddhist Flute. Even a heartfelt offering, like $150, is more than support. It's a declaration, a soul-level yes to spiritual flow. Because in Buddhist wisdom, every act of giving is a seed, and what we give with love returns to us tenfold. Now, let's shift to a new vibration. Number 3, the frequency of joyful expression and inner light. Picture this: you're walking alone, no destination in mind. Maybe you're in a quiet park, or just pacing around your room, lost in thought, and suddenly, it hits you, a song you used to love, a forgotten childhood memory, an idea that lights you up from the inside out. Had it been sitting quietly in the corner of your mind for weeks? That spark, that sudden nudge to create, to speak, to simply be, that is the vibration of number 3, awakening within you. This isn't just a number, it's a pulse from the universe, a rhythm of self-expression, lightness, and emotional clarity, where other numbers might challenge or structure you. 3 gently whispers, let's be artful again. And in June 2025, this energy becomes a beacon, especially for those who felt creatively blocked, emotionally exhausted, or disconnected from their true voice. It's as if life is quietly reminding you, you don't have to dim your light just to survive. You were made to shine boldly, but simply. And no, this doesn't mean you have to start a YouTube channel tomorrow, or publish a novel overnight, though you might. It's more about rediscovering the courage to share your truth, your humor, your quirk, without worrying about how polished, liked, or perfect it looks. Ask yourself, when was the last time you spoke your truth, even when your voice trembled? When did you last dance in the kitchen, just because the music moved you? Number 3 says, do more of that, start small. Write in your journal, without filtering your thoughts. Send a voice note to a friend, where you're not pretending to be okay. Draw something, paint something, sing in the shower, laugh at your own joke. Post something online that feels real, not the version of you that chases likes, but the version that feels like home. Because here's the secret: the moment you stop editing your soul to fit into someone else's frame, the universe starts responding. You become magnetic, not because you're trying, but because you're aligned. And in this powerful month of transformation, you may notice something surprising: new people entering your life. Not the loud ones, not the show-offs, but souls who feel familiar, as if you've known them forever. They won't just hear your words, they'll see you. These are the connections that require no performance. They just flow naturally, effortlessly, and leave you feeling whole. 3 is also the number of joy, not surface-level happiness, but real, soul-cleansing, belly-aching laughter, the kind of joy you forgot about because life got too serious, too fast. So this month, give yourself permission to laugh, to play, to create, even if it feels silly, unproductive, or outside your comfort zone. That's exactly why it matters. Joy is healing, expression is power, and silence, when filled with unspoken emotion, becomes heavy. But number 3 is here to lighten that weight, to remind you, you don't need permission to be yourself. You don't have to wait until everything makes sense. You just have to begin. So if you've been waiting for the right time to speak up, to start something just for fun, to revisit a dream you set aside, this is your green light. Let this energy lead you back to your passion, your humor, your truth. Number 3 won't demand. It'll simply sit beside you and whisper, Let's color outside the lines today, and don't go anywhere, because at the end of this journey, a bonus number awaits, one that carries a powerful whisper for those ready to attract abundance and spiritual wealth. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by how quickly life moves, as if everything around you is spinning so fast, you're left unbalanced, unsure of where to step next? In moments like these, what we truly need isn't more noise, more distractions, or more demands. We need stillness, a steady center, a calm, unshakable presence to lean on. Surprisingly, that presence may be found in a simple yet powerful number, one you might have overlooked. 44 is not just any number. In spiritual numerology, it's often called the master anchor, a symbol of deep resilience, harmony, and focused determination. Imagine the roots of an ancient tree buried deep in the earth, unmoved by storms, yet flexible enough to sway when needed. That is the spirit of. When this number appears, it's an invitation to cultivate patience, practice perseverance, and embrace disciplined action, qualities that don't just survive the chaos of life, they transform it into calm, steady progress. As we move through June 2025, the meaning of 44, it's more than coincidence. It becomes a compass guiding you to build something real, something lasting. This isn't about chasing lucky breaks or quick success. It's about slow, steady, intentional growth. 44 encourages you to root yourself, to approach your goals with quiet confidence, to stay committed through the long stretches when results feel invisible. But the work still matters. Life will always throw curveballs, but 44 reminds us, true success doesn't come from the rush. It comes from showing up consistently, with purpose. This wisdom is deeply aligned with Buddhist philosophy. Awakening is not a flash of lightning, it's a slow unfolding, a path walked with presence, discipline, and grace. 44 holds this same energy. It doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for presence. It asks you to keep going. So don't treat 44 as something mystical or far away. See it instead as a gentle reminder from the universe. You're stronger than you think. You're already more prepared than you know. Keep rebuilding. Keep trusting. The foundation you're laying now is sacred. When challenges arise, pause and ask yourself, how would my most grounded, resilient self respond? How can I embody the steady energy of 44 today, in thought, in word, in action? Let 44 be your rock this month, a symbol of inner strength and unwavering faith in the long game. Because lasting abundance, true personal growth, doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds slowly, beautifully, through patience, commitment, and inner power. If this message resonates with you, ground the energy by sharing it below. Affirm it in the comments. I am grounded, strong, and open to lasting abundance. While you're here, if this message brought you clarity or comfort, please like this video, subscribe to Buddhist Flute, and share it with someone who could use a steady light on their journey. 44 is so much more than just a number. It's a reflection of your unfolding strength, your inner resilience, and your unshakable spirit. So stay rooted, stay steady, and keep building the future that's quietly, patiently calling your name. I'll see you in the next one.